Hi, I'm Jan,
And I'm Debbie.
and we are the Villages 365. And today we're going to talk about our favorite restaurants. And I don't know if you've gone to any of them or you're going to come see us, and we'll see what kind of comments we get on our favorite restaurants.
And these are in and around the villages. So most of them are in the villages. Some of them are just on the fringe. So,
Well, I will start, and Mallory, one of the country clubs, has a really, really good restaurant. They have a good happy hour. Their food is very consistent. They have pretty good pizza. Their chicken tenders are phenomenal. They didn't used to be this way. They must have new ones or gotten a different vendor or whatever. They're delicious. So that is my go-to chicken tenders at Mallory. And the view is pretty.
and the view's pretty. And if you want something to go, they do to-go pizzas. And I know a lot of people will order from that area, and they order them and then they'll just pick them up and take them out. So
Yep.
if you're looking for their pizza, as Jan said, it's good. Still not Chicago pizza, but it is
It's
good.
good.
And something in that area. So it is really good. My next one would be Naldo's, and these are in no particular order. We're just showing you some of our favorite places to eat. Naldo's, which is in the Southern Trace Plaza, and that is located up at basically 466 in Buena Vista, and it's Mexican food. And honestly, they've gone through a couple owners, and they changed recently. Maybe 6 months. I don't know. I'm bad with my time, but amazing. So we're going to show you some pictures of some of the stuff that we ordered while we were there. Phenomenal Mexican food.
And very generous portions.
Yes.
Really good chips. They're warm, they're crispy. Their sauce is hot, so you can make your food as hot as you want with their sauce. But yeah, it's delicious. And big. I ate on mine 3 days.
Yes.
And then 2 other days.
And the prices are good. I think that burrito we get is I get the California burrito, and I want to say it's $13 or something like that. Yep. And it did last me 4 days.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I got the spinach one, and it was good. I've had it a couple times, and I keep ordering the same thing.
Me too, because once I get something,
I know.
Stick with it.
I don't want to try anything.
Crazy. Leo's like, again, really? He could order. I could go to the bathroom. He can always order for me because he knows.
Okay, this next one is Lopez. They have a very nice restaurant that they redid, and they also have the bar, the burger bar. What is it?
It's called the Oasis Bar and Grill, and that is
basically by the pool.
Burgers and chicken fingers, and they have some salads and stuff. That's a great place to go, after golf, if you're kind of dirty, sweaty, and you just want to sit outside and eat or get a drink. I got salt on my list.
We're having margaritas. Yeah, and it's that's the first time we had a drink with Debbie and Leo when we met and golfed at Lopez. So it has kind of a little special thing in our hearts.
And I think it's Mondays. I think, don't quote me, but they do have 2-for-1 burgers.
Yeah, it's either Sunday or Mondays. I think.
But anyway, and that's a great deal. And I will say,
and it's a good burger.
Opinion, yeah, in the Villages, that's probably one of the best burgers you'll find.
Yep. And good fries, which is they have a kind of a curly fry, and my husband is like a fry freak. And
Marcus the fry connoisseur.
Oh my gosh! And I always get the tuna salad, which is always consistently good. So the inside of the restaurant, they have a lot of really good entrees and drinks, and it's just a really nice atmosphere.
Yeah, that's a place that a lot of people have said, I will go for a special occasion, like an anniversary, something like that, because it is a little bit pricier. And but the food is more. I mean, it kind of goes along that line.
Yeah.
You're not eating burgers and hot dogs,
right? Yeah.
So,
and the food is. We've always had a good meal there.
Yep.
So I can't say anything about it.
And you can sit outside too. There you can sit inside and outside. It's really pretty on the inside, but on the outside you get to sit and watch people come off that last hole. And
right, and they were very smart to cover that. And then in the wintertime they have these things that come down, so they have more seating now than they used to.
Yep, which helps. So my next one would be Pisano's. So Pisano's is located down basically in the Brownwood area. So that is a pizza place, Italian restaurant, obviously. They do have pizza. We don't go down there a whole lot, but I have some family that lives down in that area. And so every time he's in town, he loves their pizza. So we usually get a pizza from there and take it over. And their pizza, again, nobody's going to have Chicago style pizza. So you guys are never going to hear me say it's the best pizza I've ever had. It's good for the villages.
Right. Yeah.
And New Yorkers, you guys are going to argue. Yours is better, whatever.
I know.
I'm still a Chicago
The New
pizza
Yorkers
girl.
love their New York pizza, and I've had it, but it's not.
And I would say
Midwest.
more of the pizza around here is more New York style pizza.
Yeah.
New York style pizza than Chicago. So
I agree. All right, the next one is Glenview, another country club, and a beautiful view over one of the most beautiful golf courses. They have just redone the inside of that one also and expanded the outdoor seating. Put a big bar out there. They have entertainment out there
every night,
and their food is consistently good. And when we golf there, we usually eat there, unless we come to this restaurant, which is really my favorite restaurant. But yeah, Glenview, they have an Impossible Burger. I know some of you will go, that's gross, but it tastes just like a hamburger. It just, because I'm not a hamburger person, but I like the chicken and the turkey and those kind of burgers. But the Impossible Burger, you can't tell it's not meat.
And their food is good, and the entertainment is every night out on the patio. So this is the first, maybe it's not the first winter. They started this during COVID because nobody could go to the square. So then the country clubs, a lot of them started hiring their own entertainment, and sometimes it's the same people who play at the squares. But I know it starts right at 5. And I will tell you too, from the tennis courts, you can smell Glenview, and you're just like, that smells so good. So great place to grab a drink after golf or tennis, and also, though, great place to eat. It's a good place. And they do have a bar section, too, so you can eat in a bar if you just kind of want to be casual and all that stuff. Not that you have to be dressed formally anyway.
No, we're usually in golf clothes, so.
Yeah. But good food, definitely.
Yes, very good food.
Another one would be Lighthouse, and that is located in Sumter Landing. And that is a New York feel. I believe that the people that own that place are from the Massachusetts area. They are huge Patriot fans. They've got lots of Patriots memorabilia, flags, in there. So if you're a Northeastern person, might be your kind of place. But I will say the seafood, so over the years, and this is the truth, over the years, because they've been there for a long time, we've been here for a long time, it's inconsistent. But I will say the last maybe 2 to 3 years, I have found it to be much more consistent and actually good. Because sometimes, like, you'd order scallops and they were the size of a penny. And I was like, really? And they seem to have, I don't know if it's management again, like you said, supply chef, issues, or chef or something. But yeah, it does seem that they're much more consistent, and they do have good seafood. So if you like seafood, and you sit right, again, indoor, outdoor seating, but on the outdoor, you get to sit right on the Lake Sumter.
And it's very pretty.
It's very pretty.
Yeah. And everybody wants to sit out there. So
yeah. So sometimes it's easier to get a table inside than outside.
And there's usually a line there.
There is.
Yeah.
And but the nice thing is it's on the square. So if you want to go there. If you want to eat at 6, go there at 5, put in your name, go to the square, have a drink or two, watch the entertainment, and time passes, and then you get to eat.
It's a nice place to sit and eat.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to talk about the Rose Plantation, which is not in the Villages. It's in Fruitland Park. It's an old house on 4 acres. I think he was a doctor from Massachusetts, the Dwight family. They came there as their winter retreat, and then someone bought it and turned it into a tea house. Not a tea house. I mean, they have a small menu, but it's very delicious. And they have a dress code. It's men have to have a collared shirt. I think they're a little more lenient for lunch, but for dinner, most people dress up there.
Yeah, this is a
nice slacks.
Fancier place, but a fancier place for sure as far as your dress.
And we've gone there several times for our Christmas dinner, because Mark worked out of New York, and they had a big party in New York, and so they would let Mark take me out to the Rose Plantation. And it is it's kind of an anniversary special occasion type place. I think you just said that. And it's fun. And if you're waiting for your table, you just kind of walk around the grounds. It's very beautiful. There's a little lake there, and it's a fun place to go.
Well, my next one is Katie Bell's. I don't know if you've heard of Katie. Oh, wait. They're closed. Unfortunately, There's all the drama.
Is there any Kleenex?
I know. One of the best places to eat, super affordable, really good, in Spanish Springs. Not there anymore. Going to be condos. Okay, so we'll skip that one. So one of my favorites is Sakura. So if you like Benihana's would be a popular large chain that you've heard of. And so it's hibachi. It's Japanese hibachi. So I love Sakura. There are two of them in the Villages. The one is in Spanish Springs, and that one has the hibachi table. So if you like that Benihana feel, where you sit there and they do the show and light everything on fire and you worry about your hair and your eyebrows still being there when you leave, that's the place to go. There's another one down in Colony, and that one is, they don't have hibachi tables. So you can still order the hibachi food, but it's all prepared in the kitchen. And so you just get your meal, not just get your meal. Trust me, it's really good. So I love it there. The one in Spanish, you can do the hibachi table. You can also just sit at a regular table and have them, again, prepare it in the back or wherever they prepare it and then bring it out to you. And they also, in the Spanish Springs one, have a very large bar. So there is a bar area that it seems like there's a lot of locals that go there because it seems like everybody, it's kind of like Cheers. Everybody knows their name. But anyway, so there's a lot of apparently consistent customers there. But that's
so it
one
must
of my
be
favorites.
good.
It must
the
be
locals
good.
Like it. Yeah.
I love the food there.
I've never been there, so we'll have to go there.
Well, and Benihana's, I mean, price-wise, so it's not comparable with Benihana's price-wise. I would say food-wise it is. Price-wise, it's not. It's much cheaper than Benihana's. Benihana's got so out of control. Not that we have any around here anyway, but...
Is that a Chicago thing? Because I've never heard of it.
Benihana's is national. It's a national chain. It's a national chain.
Okay. I've never heard of it, but that's okay.
But yes, we do have them in Chicago.
All right. I'll see if there's any in Iowa or Missouri.
Yeah. So anyway, but I highly recommend them.
Okay, another restaurant that has now become one of my first favorite restaurants, but I've only been there once, so is Coastal Del Mar. And they just opened it up in Spanish Springs. It used to be a 2J's, and then they did a home fresh, farm fresh, something that was just local grown, and there were very interesting dishes for that. And now this is the same people that do Bluefin and Chop House, right? Mm-hmm. And then the restaurant that's across from Bluefin. So it was very crowded when we went last night, and the bartenders are very cute, so if you're into that. And the staff was amazing. Our waitress was amazing. They bring out the food. I had some of the soup of the day, which was a broccoli cheese soup and a scallop risotto. And it was delicious. So that's one time. And I've heard a lot of people say it's really, really good. So we'll try it in a few. I mean, it's a little more pricey, kind of like Palmer and some of the other ones, but it was good. So I highly recommend it. I wouldn't eat there every day, but it's good. And they're open for lunch also.
And I think the one you were thinking of is Harvest.
Yes, is that what it was?
And that's another one that's on our list. Harvest is down in Brownwood, and it is a newer restaurant. And Harvest, I've only been there once. They do have indoor seating and outdoor seating, which is, again, nice. And they have a pretty good-sized bar in there as well. But that's on the inside. But we went there with some friends, and our server was amazing. And the one thing she explained to us is they have like little asterisks or whatever. They have some sort of marking on the menu, and that indicates something that is basically fresh and seasonal, and it's only going to be there for a certain amount of time. So if you decide that you want to go there and you want to try something new, I would suggest then trying something with the asterisks, because it's not going to be around for very long. So if you want like spaghetti or whatever, that's just an example. I don't remember if they had spaghetti, but if you want something like that, that's going to be an everyday meal. There's not an indication on there. There's not a marking, but the specialty items all have a marking. So those are the ones that they recommend that you try so that you can get something different. And then that's going to change on the menu at a certain point. And they honestly, she couldn't even tell us. We're like, so what do these last, like a month? This is how often you do this? And she said, I don't know. This is what happens. And then they change them as they run out. I don't know. But anyway, it's supposed to be kind of a farm fresh sort of idea as well.
I have Cody's down. Cody's is on the water also at Sumter. It's big. Mm-hmm. It has a nice outdoor seating. and even seating kind of out on the patio. Sometimes they overflow to that during the snowbird season, seasonal people, and they have a huge menu. So if you have picky eaters, they have to find something on the menu. They also have a nice happy hour menu that you can only get during happy hour. They have these little sliders that are delicious that will fill you up. You don't really need a regular meal, but it's consistent.
It's really consistent, and there's one in Brownwood, and there's the one in Lake Sumter, and in my mind, and Cody's is a big chain. I mean, they've got them in Ocala, blah blah blah. So they're around this area in general. But the one thing I agree with Jan, the thing is that when we have a huge group of people that come, and you're like, okay, you like steak, you don't like steak, you like fish, you don't like fish, this whole thing. It's like you take them there. There's something for everybody, and eat the cinnamon roll or the rolls with the cinnamon butter because they're hot. And those are like dessert, and eat like a dozen of them because they're amazing.
Yeah, they're good.
That's like the best part. Their salads are really good.
They used to have peanuts. Do they only have the peanuts outside now? Not in the restaurant? Because the last time we went there, the peanuts weren't inside. Sure. I'm wondering if they're keeping them outside. They do the peanuts
where you throw them on the floor and stuff. So if you have a peanut allergy, I guess it's not the best
don't
place,
take their,
but
we have a grandson with peanut allergy. We can't take him there. But I did notice they took down a wall, so it's all open now inside. And the peanut jar was not at our table, and I kind of looked around to see if anybody else did. So I'm wondering if they're trying to keep that out in the outdoor area.
Or the outdoor. That could be. The next one that I have on here is Oakwood. So Oakwood, again, is outside of the Villages. And actually, there's two locations. One, the actual original Oakwood, is in, I would say, Fruitland Park, if I had to guess. I don't remember which town it is exactly, but it's off 441 and 27 as you go south of the Villages. I think it's probably Fruitland Park. Barbecue. So if you're barbecue nut, great place to go. They also have something called the Oakwood Express. That's in Wildwood, and that's on 301, kind of at 44-ish. And so that's in that area. That people do a lot of carry out with the Oakwood Express one, but also there are probably, it's not big in there. So if I had to guess, I don't know, 15 tables maybe, and then a very small bar area. I will say I don't believe they serve alcohol there. I think they just have a beer and wine license there.
Yeah, you took us there one time. We'd never been to the other one ever.
I think it's just beer and wine, if I remember.
Yeah.
So if having a cocktail is not okay with you, then you might not want to go there. But the food's really good, and Leo loves their cobbler. They have a peach cobbler there that he insists on eating every single time we go, and it's amazing. So, and their price is very reasonable.
Right?
It's a very reasonable, casual place to eat.
And technically, beer and barbecue kind of go together. So you don't need that cocktail.
No. So.
All right, let's see, what do I have here? We've gone through about everything. Oh, Giovanni's. That is in the same shopping center as Naldo's. They have Italian food, and it's small. It's in the shopping center, but you smell the garlic as soon as you open that door, and it's crowded a lot. And their pizza's pretty good, and they have their rolls, their butter rolls. Oh, delicious. So that's a really good place to go, and consistently good food.
The last one I have on my list is the Havana Country Club, and we've eaten there a lot after golf and everything. Again, a beautiful view because you sit there and you can overlook the putting green, a pond, the ninth hole. View. It's very pretty, and the food is always good there. They also have entertainment on the patio. I believe they're also doing every night, but don't quote me on that. But I believe they're doing every night again also over there. But that's one of my favorite places. Again, food's always good. Food's always consistent. Service is always good.
Nope.
I haven't had a bad scenario there at all. So,
no, delicious. That's just some of the restaurants that we enjoy. There are, I didn't even look up how many restaurants there are in the area. You have a lot of chains are here, but these are kind of our favorites. And maybe they'll become your favorite. Or if you come down for one of the lifestyle visits, maybe check out one of the restaurants, or if you live here. And
let us know sometimes too what your favorites are and stuff, because maybe there's places that we haven't tried yet that would be good for us to try.
Yeah, because there's a couple of them we mentioned that I haven't really been to. We don't venture down south very often. because I don't like to pack a tent and a bag. No, it's not that far.
Yeah, it's Brownwood is, I mean, from Spanish to Brownwood's probably what, 30, 35 minutes probably, right?
Maybe,
By
yeah.
golf cart.
Yeah.
So,
And,
yeah.
yeah.
Not terrible.
No,
But,
it's all good.
yeah. So anyway, like we said, if you have any suggestions of restaurants that we should try, please put them below. And otherwise, thanks always for watching, and we always appreciate your kind comments.
Yep.
And have a great day.